Thank you so much for inviting me here this evening. Thank you all for being here, and thanks for both the representatives for their words this evening. Let me just tell you a little bit about the Pennsylvania Council of Churches, and what we are 43 church bodies that represent 20 Christian denominations, Christian Protestant denominations in Pennsylvania. So that's where we're coming from. Tell you a little bit about how the Council of Churches envisions what life should be here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We believe that the Commonwealth should be characterized by justice and shalom, shalom being God's loving kindness toward all creation. So this vision is that we would have an environment that fosters wholeness for all Pennsylvanians, and that's wholeness that's achieved when persons know that they are worthy of respect simply because they are, each and every one, made in the image of God. We'd have justice that demands that all persons have access to everything that helps them to create a decent life. So that includes health care, housing, food, education, employment, all of those things. We believe the government should protect civil liberties for all and take seriously its responsibility to work for the common good, and that businesses and organizations and institutions would treat all persons with dignity and fairness. So in our vision of Pennsylvania, no one would ever face discrimination in housing or employment because of the color of their skin, gender, ethnicity, disability, economic status, or sexual orientation or gender identity. The prophet Micah reminds us that God had spoken to the people of his time, telling them what was good. And we believe that God continues to speak to us in our time. The problem is that all too often we fail to listen. Micah's question to the people in his time is a familiar one to many of us who come from Christian and Jewish traditions. What does the Lord require of you but to do justice and to love kindness and to walk humbly with your God? Doing justice, loving kindness, and walking humbly with our God demands that we treat our brothers and sisters, all of our brothers and sisters, with love and respect, simply because they are created in God's image. So I'm here to stand in solidarity with everyone who is here tonight in support of this legislation, and to say that I am working to try to help pastors to understand that it's okay to speak out on these issues. There's a lot of fear that goes on within a lot of our denominations, a lot of battles that are going on right now over issues of sexual orientation and gender identity. This is unfortunate. A lot of it has been more focused on whether or not people can be ordained or whether or not they can marry. I don't think that there is the division that exists in terms of employment and housing, but there's a lot of fear because it has divided congregations. So helping pastors, helping congregations to understand that we have a responsibility to stand up for the rights of all people, and that's something that we try to work very hard for. And my remarks, that's it. I'm going to be brief.